What's up YouTube, Koi51 here, time for another video, and I can't believe it, I've reached 100 subscribers. I hope it doesn't change when I'm making this video, but 100 subscribers, man, awesome. Thank you guys for just subscribing and listening to my crap. It's really nice of you guys, it really is. But I'm really sorry again for not having videos out. It's a mixture of things. It's not just because I'm lazy. It's a mixture of just my time just not being able to put into it. But that may change if I can get this working, my setup working essentially. But I'm gonna be announcing right now is a new thing that I might be trialing to see if it works. It's pretty much just kind of like either a couple days roundup of what I've been doing. So kind of like not a vlog, maybe kind of like it's kind of a thing that I wanted to trial to see if it works. It's essentially think of it like a game log, in which every few days I make a small video kind of like this and just talk about what I've been playing and my impressions of it so far, whether it's positive or negative. And you know, it's kind of like an accompaniment in instead of putting first impressions videos out, I thought I'd just try this new thing out and just have every few days just kind of a roundup of what games I've been playing, what I think of them and stuff like that. So first impressions are going to be put onto the side, and these will take its place, and it kind of gives you a little extra thing about me. So you know, I thought that'd be pretty cool. So that is one thing. Another thing is that uni is starting to encroaching on my time, so please understand that it is very hard for me to balance these two. This is my hobby and I'm not getting paid for it, so it is something that is taking my time, but I enjoy doing it, so that's good, you know. That's wonderful for me because I love doing this stuff. I love talking. So there's that. And a lot of new games came out. There's always new games coming out, and I'm trying to get on top of it by playing it and analyzing it and sharing it in a review. I'm going to be doing reviews from now on, and not just like first impressions, actually give you guys positives and negatives, and should you pick it up. So it's kind of like that. So look forward to those. You know, to start things off for this 100 subscriber special, what are you guys playing in the comments below? Like, just tell me what you guys are playing, because if it matches up with mine, awesome. But I have a lot of games. A lot of games I picked up, and kind of just trying to finish them off. I can show you right now. First one that I finished recently, fairly recently, is this DMC Definitive Edition for PS4. I'll talk a little bit about it. It's good. It's a lot better than the old one. A lot better. If you played the original PS3 version, that thing ran at 25 frames per second. It was a slow thing compared to this. If you're thinking about buying this game and playing it, you there's a thing in it that's kind of hidden. You have to activate it. It's called turbo mode. I suggest putting that on. It's a lot more faster. It demands a lot more of your skills and stuff like that. So if you are planning on playing DMC, get it. As for kind of a pseudo ranking in my head right now, it's a solid 8 out of 10. It has its problems. It has its problems. It just, you know, I ran into a few bugs along the way, but that's about it. It's a far from perfect game, but it's a really good game nonetheless. Second game I'm gonna be showing you guys is this one. If you guys can't see it, it's Final Fantasy Type 0 HD for PS4. It also comes with the Final Fantasy 15 demo. I'm currently about 6 hours into Type 0 HD. That game is really good. That game is ridiculously good. Like, I'd say I can't really give it a rating because I haven't finished it yet, but from what I gather from it, okay, so 3 things I gotta say about that game. 1, Those CG cutscenes are a lot better rendered in 60 frames per second. The whole game feels better in 60 frames per second. That's one. Two, the graphics are kind of a definition of a mixed bag. Some places it looks visually stunning, in some places it clearly still has the PSP textures and models. I'm looking at you, NPCs of the world. You can definitely tell this is a PSP game. Like, straight up, you can tell. It doesn't take... It's not gonna be the most amazing looking game that's gonna blow you out the water. And that also leads into something that... If you're planning on picking up this game, I do have to give you a fair warning. If you do not love motion blur, and you somehow you get sick from it, or it causes like your brain to just go or really bad, you may want to rethink about buying this game, because this is probably the first game in which motion blur has been heavily implemented, because every movement you do is motion blurred, like crazy amounts of motion blur. I get that it was made to sort of like hide the fact that some of the to make it a lot more smoother and more action oriented, but man, can it be pretty distracting when you're just walking around the town. Like, you click that analog stick, you look like you're traveling through time, essentially. So if you don't like that stuff, you may have to rethink it. But if you can stomach it, like I can, and I actually kind of love that shit, it's really cool. It actually makes it seem like you're going faster, which is nice. Going at 60 frames per second too. So it seems like it makes the combat, which I'm leading into for the third thing, gameplay. It's really good. It's kind of deceptively good. Like, at first, it seems like the most clunkiest, slowest thing you've ever played. Like, seriously, like, it's one of those things where each character's range is so short, you feel like you're just punching the air, like, most of the time. But once you get into, like, there's a training mode for it. It's in the arena. And you actually sit down, learn everyone's nuances. Damn, that game feels good to just, like, understand. Like, each character has their own unique skills. It's every character, as they level up, they get new skills. Those skills can be used to modify some, like either make it stronger, weaker, or not weaker, make it stronger or have a different property. But you can unlock more moves as you go. Really stellar game. It's definitely one of my favorite games I've played this year so far. It's definitely, if you were interested in Final Fantasy, buy it, because it's definitely worth your time. Onwards to the 15 demo. Final Fantasy 15 demo. Duske. Episode Duske. I finished that recently with a friend. He had a few things to say about it. I had a few things to say about it. One, that game looks really good. It's definitely running on like the same engine as 14, the MMO, Realm Reborn specifically, because it does a lot of tricks. Like, it does a lot of tricks to to do like this. It uses the same sort of fading in and out of characters like in 14. Like, I can definitely tell. The gameplay, not gameplay yet. Graphics. Okay, so I think it looks like it does look like a really pretty game, but I feel like it can be prettier, because right now it's running at like, because the demo, it's running at like 25 to 30, maybe 20 during battles, which is pretty bad, but it's a demo, so I kind of give it a free pass on that. But it definitely feels a little bit slower. If it runs at a solid 30, I had a talk with this with my friend. If it runs at a solid 30, this is a really good action game. Like, it has its moments. It just doesn't have that fidelity yet. Like this, it just doesn't. Nighttime feels like nighttime. That change, like when it's a nighttime, man, you can't see anything. It is really unique. That game also, the length of that demo, it took me like 4 or 5 hours, and that was just me walking around checking out everything. So that's a really long demo, man. That's really good. It's 5 gigs if you were planning on downloading it. And yeah, it's worth a try. It was really good. It had really lots of moments. My suggestion is, don't just go straight for the behemoth. Go for the side mission. And I can't really tell you much about the side mission, but there is a side mission. which unlocks a little special something that is going to blow your mind. And I'm sure if you've seen any coverage of FF15 at this point, you probably know what I mean. But man, that's worth it just to see how they're handling it in this game. So that's what I have to say about 15 so far. I'll probably jump into it just to see what it is, see more about it. But you do unlock a few things. I feel like I've unlocked everything in that game, but I do want to pop in and just see what's up. Fourth game is a game that one of my subscribers suggested to me and wanted me to play on the channel. I'm not sure if I can, but I see what I can do. Maybe I can find some way to usher it in, but it's this game, Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters. It's a visual novel. It's probably the first, like, it's probably one of the, it's rare like seeing a visual novel on consoles, but like seeing it there is really cool. So I picked up a copy. I popped it in just to see what it's like. Man, a lot of the cool stuff that they do to it is really cool. Like the animation is really like it's got this new thing called, okay, it's on the back of the box. It's called Ghost. It's a new graphic engine, sort of visual novel engine. It stands for Graphic Horizontal Object Streaming. Dude, that sounds sick. And the fact that it's Ghost as well is pretty cool. A lot of cool tricks that they do in because it's a visual novel. Visual novels are pretty much just it's a really nice book. It just visualized into a format that you can kind of take in, not animation or anything like that. But this is pretty close. It does a lot of cool tricks like the background pans, so it's like a one continuous shot. And then you see characters kind of moving naturally through this new Ghost animation system. So it's a very high production sort of visual novel. As a story, I don't know much about it, but it looks really cool. I haven't even touched the puzzle elements yet, which is sort of like a tactical RPG. So that's there. Next game I'm playing currently is Battlefield Hardline. I've been playing a lot with it with my friends, and what can I say about it? It's definitely a spin-off of Battlefield. I wouldn't say it's the definitive Battlefield game, but it's definitely a lot of fun. It does a lot of things that I really enjoy. I mean, for one, I kind of got fatigued from military shooting, you know? Like, having a new aesthetic like this is kind of like the same... What can I say? It's kind of like when Battlefield went to... Was it Battlefield Bad Company 2? And then I kind of got bored with it. Then Vietnam came out, and because I'm Vietnamese, I love Vietnam. It just kind of felt really fresh. It was still a military shooter, but it was a really big change. I mean, it looked great, closest to the period and stuff like that. But Hardline is definitely just... like cop drama, the game, and the campaign I'm kind of just going in. I've only done like 2 chapters, one and a half really. It feels like it feels like a cop show, and I recognize some of the actors, like Kelly Hu was in Sleeping Dogs. So she plays a character. She plays a lot of cop characters apparently, but she's really good in this game. The main character Mendoza is pretty cool too. I should make a Simpsons reference, but I shouldn't. Mendoza, yeah. But like, I'm enjoying it. The multiplayer, on the other hand, is one that I love so much. The new game mode that they put in called Hotwire is the funnest thing you should ever play if you have friends playing this game with you. It's literally, if you guys are familiar with Battlefield Conquest mode, it's essentially Conquest mode, but done differently. Conquest mode is there's 3 separate areas of the map, and you have to go and capture it. It's kind of like capture the flag, but with 3 flags, and it can change hands, and you're not... it's kind of like that, like you're securing an area, right? Well, imagine if the areas were freaking moving and there were cars. That's essentially it. So a lot of high-speed chases, a lot of grenades, a lot of rockets, a lot of crazy shenanigans. I think one of my gameplays, a dude ran a helicopter in my car just to stop me from getting points. It's stuff like that that makes it still feel like Battlefield, but it's definitely it's a little less emphasis on destructible buildings now, like buildings that really blow up. There's still revolutions which do change the maps. They do change the way you can approach a map and stuff like that, but in any case, I'm having a lot more fun than I would have expected. I mean, I kind of got fatigued from COD Advanced Warfare, but that's because I played a lot of it. Like, it's not like because it's a bad game or anything, I just played a lot of it. So getting this and playing with friends is really exciting, really fun. Check it out. I haven't tried any of the other modes yet, but I think Hotwire is my favorite so far. Like, it's gonna be my favorite because it's just so akin to just driving, you know? It's like burnout, dumb burnout shit. It's great. And the last game, which is a special one, and I'm kind of glad that you guys are still watching me. It's a game that I got a week early. I just got it today. It just came on the shelves. I came in actually just browsing for no reason. I just like wanted to take a look, and then I saw this game, Tokiden Kiwami. If you guys aren't familiar with the Tokiden series, it's essentially feudal Monster Hunter, if that's a really great way of describing it. It's made by Koei Tecmo, same people who do Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors, which is the better series, by the way. Same team, you know. It's their kind of version of monster hunting, and it's actually pretty good. Like, it's not a bad game or anything. It's actually really well done. This is the PS4 enhanced edition. You know, it's very similar to like a technically it was originally HD, so I can't really say it's a HD port or anything like that, but it's definitely a enhanced edition. You know, very hunting games definitely do this a lot, like the Ultimate Edition, stuff like that. So this is just an enhanced edition, so it's still got the full first game and a little bit extra. So what can I say about it? I played it for about 40 minutes. Because the game is out so early, there's no patches for the Vita version for me to transfer my Vita data from the first one. So unfortunately I had to restart from scratch, so I actually kind of knew everything already. That sucks, but that's because I got it early. So yeah, it comes out next week, so not that early, but pretty early, so still good. My thoughts: it's a good hunting game. It's definitely a lot more action based. It has that Dynasty Warriors sort of combat, but not really, but more tighter. Like, it's tighter, you know. And you got combos and stuff like that. A lot of weapons to choose from. Character models are really good. Like, character models are some of the best, like one of the best. Because Koei Tecmo, when they do character models, they go all in, you know. It's always been like that. So yeah, I think that's about it. Like, those are the games I've been playing. I'll try to do this sort of vlogging thing as much as I can, see how it goes. Yeah, I think that's enough said. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. Honestly, you guys are awesome. Like, comment, and comment about what games you're playing. Comment anything. Like, you know, I listen, you know, I read. So out of all those games, which one's the most interesting to you? Like, which games do you want me to just play and maybe just do like a little let's play of it? Like, maybe just like a quick look or something like that. Not a first impression, it's just like I'm just playing it and I'm just enjoying it, and you guys enjoy it with me. You know, it's up to you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for 100 subscribers. Koi51 out. Hope you guys have an awesome day.